Hello everyone. Today we immerse ourselves in the poetic journey of William Shakespeare sonnet number 87. Farewell, thou art too dear for my possessing. Let's dive in. Introduction. The speaker bids farewell to cherished possession, acknowledging its immeasurable value. The sonnet reflects on the complexities of worth, the reciprocity of giving, and the eventual realization of misguided gift. Okay, so let's dive in line by line. Here's the first quatrain. Farewell, thou art too dear for my possessing, and like enough thou knowst thy estimate. The charter of thy worth gives thee releasing, my bonds in thee are all determinate. Let's of the first quadrant. Here's the first line. Farewell, thou art too dear for my possessing. Translated as farewell, my love, you are too precious to possess. Right off the bat, that means right from the start, the poet bids farewell to something precious, too valuable for him to keep. It sets the stage for an exploration of the complexities of parting. Line number two, and like enough thou knowst thy estimate. You know your worth, so our bond comes to an end. In line number two, the subject of the farewell likely knows its worth. It hints a self awareness, perhaps foreshadowing the impending departure. Line number three, the charter of thy worth gives thee releasing. I hold you only by your generous gift, not right. The acknowledgement that the intrinsic value of the subject grants it freedom. It's like a document declaring its worth and allowing it to go. My bonds in thee are all determinate. My claim on you crumbles based on false pretense. The poet recognizes that any connection or obligation he had with the subject is now conclusively settled. The ties are now resolved. In sonnet, first quadrant, basically, the speaker bids farewell to something or someone too precious to possess, acknowledging that its value surpasses the speaker's worth. Here is the second quatrain. Now, sorry, for how do I hold thee but by thy granting, and for that riches were my deserving, the cause for this fair gift in me is wanting, and so my patent back again in swerving. Duration of the second quatrain. Line number 5. For how do I hold thee but by thy granting, doubting I deserve your love like a stolen treasure. This is a translation. In line number 5, the poet ponders how he possesses the subject only through its consent. It's a contemplation of the nature of ownership in the context of mutual agreement. In line number 6, and for that riches, where is my deserving? Your gift lacked my deserving, hence its return. The poet questions his worthiness for the riches that the subject represents. It delves into the theme of self worth and deserving what one possesses. Line number 7. The cause of this fair gift in me is wanting. In line number 7, he acknowledges a deficiency within himself, recognizing a lack of justification for possessing this beautiful gift. In line number 8, and so my patent back again in swerving. Now, with clear judgment, you reclaim your gift. In line number 8, the legal metaphor of patent, let me change the color. Yeah, the legal metaphor of patent suggests that this claim or the speaker's claim, that means Shakespeare's claim, is now deviating or turning back, that means swerving. The ownership is shifting. The worthiness of the object is recognized, and its inherent value grants liberation. The speaker's connection is solely dependent on the other's granting. Let's let's move to the third quadrant. Thyself thou gave thy own worth, then not knowing, or me to whom thou gave it, else mistaking. So thy great gift upon misprision growing comes here again on better judgment making. Line number 9. Thyself thou gave thy own worth, then not knowing. A significant revelation. The subject gave itself willingly without fully comprehending its own worth. It adds a layer of innocence and vulnerability. Line number 10. Or me, to whom thou gave it, else mistaking. An alternative possibility. What is it? The subject might have given itself to the poet mistakenly or in error. It introduces an element of uncertainty. Line number 11. So thy great gift upon misprision growing. The poet suggests that due to misunderstanding, that is mis it is due to misunderstanding, that is misprision, the significant gift is now expanding or growing in a different direction. Line number 12. Here, sorry, comes home again on better judgment making. In a twist, the gift returns home. The gift returns home, perhaps to its origin, guided by better judgment. The theme of self-awareness and understanding evolves here. Basically, in the third quatrain, the speaker questions their deserving of such richness, realizing a lack of merit in himself. The giver, possibly unaware of their own worth, bestowed a great gift, but on better judgment, it returns. We arrive at the last couplet. Thus have I had thee as a dream draws flatter, in sleep a king, but waking no such matter. In line number 13, thus have I had thee as a dream doth flatter. The poet reflects on fleeting nature of possession, likening it to a dream that deceives, that means on that flatters. In sleep a king, but waking no such matter. The conclusion hints with a stark contrast. In the dream, that means in the sleep, he has the subject as a king, as if the poet himself is the king. But as soon as he wakes up, but upon waking, the reality is different. It's a realization of impermanence of possession. To sum up the last couplet, the speaker likens their experience to a fleeting dream. They enjoyed a fantastical sense of possession, like a king in slumber. Slumber means sleep. But upon waking, the reality reveals the absence of such ownership. That means the reality, what is the reality of this ownership? That it doesn't belong to the king, that it doesn't belong to the poet. Now we come to the conclusion of the sonnet. And this sonnet explores the theme of self-worth. We have seen misplaced ownership, that is of the beauty, and fleeting nature of love perceived as unearned. Through the speaker's introspective journey, the poem prompts reflection on dynamics of love and dangers of possessiveness. Let's come to the themes of the sonnet. Conditional nature of possession we have seen, release from the bonds, re-evaluation and return, and acknowledgement of worth. We have seen the availability of all these themes throughout the sonnet. Just go through these lines and you will understand it better and in detail. Coming to the poetic devices, we have seen irony, we have seen personification, paradox, metaphor, and imagery. Sorry. So go through these and you will get a understanding of these things. Okay, now we arrive at the end of the sonnet. Thank you. This was Amarnath Tiwari from the Lifelong Student, trying to simplify these experience sonnets for you. If this video helped you in any way, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for the next exploration in the poetic journey. See you next time. Till then, goodbye and keep learning.